Sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to this Vipassana practice, and as you know, there are many different meditation cultures, schools talk about this. And at the same time, you have to know that our main purpose is getting to the truth and recognize how things come to be as they are and achieve to the true wisdom. So that is our purpose. So when you practice Vipassana, so that samatha is tranquility meditation, and you can practice in different ways. And when it comes to Vipassana, the Vipassana means it is just not only the sitting practice. That as I mentioned yesterday, that how we can practice the loving kindness in Vipassana level. So in day-to-day life, how you can integrate the Vipassana, incorporate Vipassana to your attitude. So that is a big subject, because the Vipassana itself deeply observing and the recognizing the very nature of the mind. And when you able to recognize the very nature of the mind through five aggregates, and that will help you to deeply understand what is this world. So that is the highest, and that will take out all the idea about the self, and it will give the clear understanding what is impermanent and the selflessness. So, and also unsatisfactory nature. And at the same time, same thing, the same dharma in the outside world. Because when something happen in that very moment, that you cannot go to just to sitting meditation and get into Vipassana knowledge. It is not kind of something like that. It's like when you have any kind of fever, headache, you get Tylenol or something like that. This is not something that you apply when the situation comes. This is completely your lifestyle. This is the art of living. So then how you can incorporate your Vipassana level, the deeply what you understand, how you going to see through the world. So when it comes to the very meaning of Vipassana, deeply, thoroughly observe and understand to the bottom, and understanding what is inherent, and recognizing, seeing the truth is kind of like Vipassana. So then in day-to-day life, that you have to see through the true nature, through colors, and you have to recognize the things in a very raw level, that you have to see things in unconditional ways. You have to see things in uncooked way. It's very raw level of organic way. Because mostly we see things, it's mostly things that add colors and cover up a lot of things. We have outfit. The outfit itself, one meaning is you put that on the top of everything, then it is going to be the outer layer. And another meaning of the outfit mean you put it for others. That is what others can see. So there, everything has a kind of like an outfit, which we cannot see the true nature. So then, if you don't recognize the true nature, what will happen? It will take you to that clinging, or it will take you to desires, it will take you to hopes, it will take you to expectations which is not real, because you don't see the true nature and you see something else. And then whatever you see, perceptions, and out of your perceptions, whatever the expectations come and whatever the hopes arise, it's nothing. This, remember this, in the very first level, there's nothing wrong with this anything. Having expectations, having hopes, you cannot stop things. You cannot suppress them thing. This natural process. But the thing is, when you see something not real, out of that unreal something, if you have the expectations, what will happen then? It will leads you to take you to struggle, unsatisfaction. And then there is the unsatisfaction happen, then there is a struggle happen, then it leads you to fear. So that's how these things happen. So then in the Vipassana level, the most important thing with this outside world, when you able to see the very nature of your mind, your experience, inner experience, and you have to develop a lifestyle or attitude or art of living to see the true nature, whatever exists around you. So it is not, when we say true nature, the truth, it is not something exists far away. It's not like that. So whatever, yeah, the truth going to be there. If you start to see something, that whatever exists, truth going to be there. There's nothing can exist without the truth. So then whatever you experience, whatever you see, whatever that around us, the truth in that very moment, in that place. So it is not a kind of something you need that telescope to see or microscope to zoom and see. No. So then what you have to do? The very first thing that once you have the clear mind and start to see, and what in very raw level, what you can see. So when you are able to start to look, then you see the change. That is what you see. No one can hide the change. Even yourself, even look around at the pictures, even the selfies that you take, just look. Even that whatever the post that you put on Facebook, look what you see, the change yourself, this everything. Even the whatever the history you take, you see the change, accept it. So that accepting the change is a Vipassana level of art of living. Because why? Because deeply that is what you see. So in the outside layer, you have everything. It is okay. But can you see the change within that all? Because you cannot hold anything. There's nothing that you can even imagine something going to be there forever. There's nothing. This all even the planets, even this all the universe, everything change. But in day-to-day life, with your husband, with your wife, with your children, with your friends and family members, whatever the material things you hold, are you having an understanding this going to change? So it is okay. You have a partner, you have a husband, wife. Just know It's not going to be forever like that. It's going to change. Live with that understanding, then you're going to be okay. And your children, don't think they're going to be forever. Even don't have idea they are belong to you. Just know they're going to change. When? Moment by moment, in this very moment, they change it. So then accept it. And all these material things, even this, anything, whatever you take, even the whatever the religion, even this all that this world itself, material world, look how moment by moment is change. Accept it. When you observe the inhalation, exhalation, why? The most of meditation, especially Vipassana, go with the inhalation. When you observe inhalation, exhalation, you going to see the shift happening moment by moment. Shift happening moment by moment. That is everywhere. It is just not with the breathing. So then can you see that? So get into a lifestyle, get into an attitude to yourself, develop attitude. It's like, like politicians. When people start to get into politics, the whatever, they start to somehow, they find a way to talk in according to their views. And the photographers, so whatever, they always look at the angles, look at the lights and the shadow. And so they always in that mind. Look at the writers. Whenever they always look to write something. So same like you, when you practice Vipassana, it is just not you once a while come and observe 5 aggregates and sit without moving, and then you think you practice Vipassana. It is not something like that. That the shift that you recognize with inhalation, exhalation, with the faint sensation and your inner mind, can you see through others? So that lifestyle you have to develop. Because when you come like that way, you're not going to get hurt out of anything, because you see the true nature. It is not an illusion. Everything change. So don't expect anything to be there. It's a moment. How strong it is. It's a moment by moment change. Even just we cannot bring it to words how fast it changes. So if you able to live with that way, you're going to see the beauty of this practice, and that you every day live with it. It is just not a moment of meditation. So this meditation, it give a kind of, the practice giving a brush up yourself, and then when it is very, very easy for you to recognize that in every day, and then learn to apply. Never think even any single dust going to be forever exist. No, nothing. Even the religions, countries, and look at that. So nowadays we cannot find like Empire Ashoka and what he did to India. All India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, that in that whole area. And that is 84,000 Buddhist temples he built. And he sent the Buddhism to a lot of countries. And look at today. To find the Buddhist monks in India, look what happened to that. Yes, you no need to worry about it. That's the very nature of it. It cannot be forever same like that. Look at not only look at the Afghanistan, and look at the Malaysia. It was in the, look at this Borobudur, that Indonesia, the one of the largest, the stupas, the biggest temple there. But look at today, what happened? And look at what is happening to South Korea and the Japan. So what's happening? They just let the temples become kind of like a little ornament. This is kind of like the historical idol. That's it. That's become like that. So it's changed. It's like that. It's going to go like that. It, it's another thing is that that is one of the biggest thing, that the meaning of the words, how, see how it is changed. And the karma, it is a kind of in the like 2000 years ago, the karma was before the Buddha, karma was a kind of like a half of the world. The karma is the some people used to believe entire samsara is karma, but Buddha is the one who kick it out of because then when you become wise, nothing to do, the karma is nothing to do with that. And but it was so huge word. And then, but today look, credit karma. Look at how the people use the word karma. When it come to Western, it completely come to a different idea. It get a different idea. It changed. And the other one is the nirvana. It's a Sanskrit word coming from the liberation or the enlightenment. But when it come to Western, look today, how many nightclubs have nirvana? And how many hotels they have nirvana? And how many hookah places they have nirvana? They think it's kind of like get into kind of like hashish and having this marijuana, that hookah, and then you get high, and then you feel kind of like the dizzy and like levitating. People think like that. It's this everything changed. So you have to know that. So knowing that, understanding that is a part of the journey, and it giving you peace. Otherwise, what is happening? Look, otherwise people kill each other. And then, oh, this is Buddhist country, this is Buddhist, have to be forever like this. It's not like that. It's not going to be like that. It always, because that is the nature of the world. So Vipassana means you see it without adding any colors. You see the very true colors, through nature. You see the world in through the very rough, the raw level. Once you see that, you get out of the, the, the clinging. You release from you. Once you're able to release that from yourself, that you recognizing this is kind of like a dream. What you experience, you're not clinging to that. Once you're not clinging to it, nothing chandaraga, no desire to hold, then you itself become free. Then this become kind of like a dream. So knowingly this truth, knowingly this everything going to go away, knowingly this entire, even this body, this material things, everything going to disappear. Just be with it. Then you're not going to become worried. It's kind of like having a dream. So how about you sleep 11 o'clock, and after half an hour in your dreams you win a lottery, and then 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, just put 7:30, 8 hours. In that dream you won the lottery. And just imagine, you know that you're going to wake up within 8 hours. So if you know you're going to wake up within 8 hours in that dreams and spend that all the money and live your highest, because you know it is a dream, it's going to wake you up. And once you wake you up, this everything become nothing. But in that dream, winning a lottery is real, having money is real, buying things is real in that dream. So, and do whatever. And if you want to buy a mansion, you buy it. You have money. Buy a good car. You have a money. You have money. And spend the money for others and give whatever you can. But the 8 hours mean it's a lot. See that with 10 minutes when you practice meditation, how long it is? So how about 8 hours? 8 hours is, if you enjoy your life to the highest, it is kind of like 8 years. So then do it. The same thing with when you come to this world, remember, that is kind of like a dream that you go through. One day you're going to wake up. When you wake up, this everything disappeared. You cannot even get back. And see, there are people that used to come here and sit here and practice with us. See, it's gone. We will never get it back. That people, some people even, they already, died. It's a dream. So, but when the moment that you had, so how about with your husband, wife, children, friends and family members that you know anytime this going to go away? And then can you do your best for them? That's it. That is a power of, recognizing the Vipassana. Otherwise, practicing Vipassana and did you detach from everything, go away from the world? No. Look how you change your attitude, just knowing. Another thing is, once you know this is a kind of like a dream, and maybe another person sleep next to you, and that person also win a lottery, and that person, and without knowingly going to wake up within 8 hours and maybe buy a house, buy a car, and maybe spending time and holding to that everything. But you know within 8 hours going to wake up. When you see that, that is where the true compassion arises. Because that person don't know, that person going to wake up and giving up this everything. This is a kind of like a dream, but you know, you also have it, but you know, this all going to go. So see, that is the difference. Whoever attached, whoever non-attached, and whoever know the Vipassana, whoever don't know the Vipassana. So that is the difference. When the change come, when you see that, you accept it. So develop that attitude in your life for every angle, even for a good, even for a bad also. So when you able to get into that level of understanding, and in day-to-day life, so whatever the things that you develop, your attitude, and it going to come with the freedom. That is where you get the freedom. Even you live with this everything, you become free. So otherwise, your own nature can get you kind of like a prisoner. See, different countries, they have different attitude, even regarding the Dharma. Like Sri Lanka, Theravada monks, they have different attitude. When you go to Thailand, they have different attitude. When you go to Burma, they have different attitude. And when you go to China, with the mix with the culture, different attitude. So even sometimes what is happening, and we forget the deeper nature and we stuck with that outside layer, outfit. So as example, in like in Sri Lanka, that we have to shave our head, you know, and we have to shave ourselves, you know. So it is a culture. But how about somebody practice vipassana in far away in Himalaya and maybe growing the hair? And when you see kind of like that kind of yogi, and maybe he also practice vipassana, and that is what he clinging to that. But sometimes that the people get into idea, oh, monk should be like this. And so every country always this the culture hijack the nature of the reality or the dharma. So then you have to be very careful. The vipassana is no, you know any culture, know any tradition, know any kind of pattern or the method can hijack the vipassana. It is untouchable. Remember that. So once you get to that view, what is happening? You also become untouchable from all the views and all the pain, all the suffering, and all the struggle, and all the hope, desire, expectations is not there. So that is why it is the king of this all the practice. So then develop the attitude. And develop the attitude day by day, because mostly we don't practice not because of the time. Sometimes people say we don't have time, and sometimes people say I am busy. No, this is not the reason. Because you don't know about this, you don't know enough information about this. If you know this, anybody practice, because everybody has to go through this road. There's no way. It doesn't matter wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you have. It's nothing. That's why it's nothing to do with the world, outside world. It's nothing to do with our karma. It's nothing to do with our that where we born. It's nothing to do with anything. It is just the pure level of, very raw level of understanding, recognizing the true nature, recognizing the true colors, without adding any kind of ingredients. Just see it in very unconditional way. If you are able to see that, you always practice and you always can apply it. And in day-to-day life, learn to apply it to that for things that it doesn't cost much. Don't apply it to in the beginning that for very expensive things. It like this. When you cook a meal with some little ingredients, you know, kind of like a beans, and you put it, and then you put just without, you know, thinking twice, just you can try it. You know, you just get a can of bean and you put it. You don't think too much. It is not kind of like you're going to prepare for a big dinner. No, you make it very simple way. And then you just take a little bit salt and add it, little bit chili, add it. So like that, you play with very inexpensive thing with that. And without making it too much, you make it more simple and try to make a meal. And then you will see. There you will see something going to come up. Ask from the most of the people who cook, very famous people. And they will say. Because the vipassana level of living is the same. And you go to the depth and you make it more simple and knowingly, because it's not going to be forever. It's not going to be there. So even with the little things, in day-to-day life. Apply that to material things and see how it changes. And then, so even little plant, just see every day. Then you don't care about that much. And just see how it changes. Don't hold it to that much. And even the outfit, don't make it more valuable. No, just see in a very raw level and see what, then you're going to see something. It's just a cloth. That's it. You are the one who just holding it and attached. Maybe many years it is in your closet, but you don't see. It's nothing. So in day-to-day life, when it comes to arguments, just don't put too much value on it. Sometimes people say things they have no idea, and maybe you keep thinking about somebody they have no idea about you. So make it very simple. When somebody says something, who knows why that person say that? Maybe for something else that person say, and maybe you hold it, oh, that person told me like that way. So even when it come to arguments, just enjoy that, looking at how the mouth, the change moment by moment. Don't put that much, too much attention to that. Don't add unvalue, the ingredients to that. So just keep it simple. Knowingly, this everybody going to go. That's why there is no one can escape from time. So we all are inside time circle. So then know that and apply it and develop that attitude in your mind. And if it is possible for you, do your highest and just move forward. It's nothing wrong. If you have money to buy something good, buy it, but don't stuck with it. Knowingly, it's like a dream. Move forward. And if you can do something better, do it. But don't attach to that, just move forward. And that is a way that you apply your Vipassana level of understanding, this non-attached lifestyle or attitude. Then once it becomes your attitude, you your practice going to become more sharp, and also whoever around you also going to get more comfortable. Remember, the final thing is the liberation. The liberation means the freedom. So the freedom means it always the truth. The truth means the reality. So the reality come out of the clarity. So we develop the clarity in our mind. If we have the attachment for that whatever the illusion, then it going to go wrong. So that's why the Vipassana is seeing the things very clearly, and it is a very true way, and in a raw level of, without adding any colors, seeing the true colors. So, and get into that and live your life, and knowingly this anything, even the kingdoms, in the countries, even the world, even these people, it's nothing going to be here. It's moment by moment. Even the Dharma, one day it's going to, it's all in the sutras. Dharma also one day going to go. Knowingly that, just go your life and build up the attitude. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbidyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi dīgāyuko bhava. Ettavata ca ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahantu sabba dukkha pamuccatu.